Hey guys, okay, so I've got a few things to do today, but right now we are going to talk about this, very exciting. This is the Milani Supercharged Brightening Under Eye Tint in the shade 120 Peach. There was another shade Dark Peach, and then there was another one that was pink. But today we've got the peach one, which is kind of like the mid-range tone. Now I've heard several different ideas about how to color correct under your eyes. If you have a lot of blue tones, they say to use something peachy like this. If you have brown, they say to use pink. I have found that anything peachy like this works for my under eyes, which is, and it's not just my under eyes, my whole entire eye area is full of hyperpigmentation. And so I have found that a peachy color corrector will usually work. And so sometimes I will use a regular concealer as a color corrector and concealer at the same time by getting a similar shade. So, I mean, you don't honestly need, if you have, you know, issues where you're wanting to color correct, you don't have to get a specific color corrector. You can just get a peachy toned concealer, regular concealer, and then do the process in one step. That's what I usually try to do, and I find sometimes that even a color corrector like this can do the job of color correcting and concealing at the same time, so you're not putting like, you know, 20 different layers on your under eyes trying to make them look better, and then in the end it just looks worse. So okay, so that's that. I'm just gonna go ahead and get this on. I have got, if you're new here, I have got a playlist of all the concealers I've tried online on YouTube, and it should say like concealer reviews or some such like that. Okay, so this is the first Milani color corrector that I've ever seen, and certainly the first that I've tried. I've tried other Milani concealers, I believe like 2 or 3 maybe. All right, so here we go. It is in a squeeze tube. I'm going to just squeeze out a little bit. Whoa, it's a bit more liquidy than I was expecting. I was expecting something a bit more creamy, but that kind of just slid right out. Okay, it is very peachy, so I'm gonna give that to them as that's very true that it is peachy. My favorite color corrector to date is the Hard Candy Wonder Cushion or some such, I'm not sure. It's the only color corrector they have that Hard Candy has, and it's about $7 for about the same, yeah, 0.15 fluid ounces is in this. Your standard concealer is going to be about 0.2, so you get a lot of product in here, but it's about the same amount as this for $7. I can't remember how much this is, but I will put it in the description below. Okay, so, oh, it is a little bit creamy, but it also feels a little bit slippery too. So, all right, let's go ahead. This is usually my dark eye, but I'm just gonna try this for today. I've got another video to do today, so I'm not going to do both eyes. This feels very separated. Like, I would really like try to mix this up as much as you can before you get it out onto your skin. It feels very moisture rich, but very thin. It feels less like a lotion than almost like very slippery water. It's not as creamy as like a face cream or a hydrating cream of some kind. And honestly, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of pigment. So, I'll give you guys a close-up look. You can see kind of the difference between my eyes. I do have a dry patch that has been giving me problems right here in this area. So if you see it clinging, that's not normal. For me, this is something new that kind of popped up, and I've been treating it with oils and stuff and trying to get that taken care of. So it is clinging to that dry patch. So if you have very dry under eyes, this may be an issue for you. I don't feel like there's much for coverage. I'm gonna put a little bit more. Maybe there is a little bit. I'm gonna put a little bit more right here where it's really dark. This is the purpley area of my under eye discoloration. The rest of this is more brown hyperpigmentation. Okay, I honestly don't see a lot of coverage with this. There might be enough to make this like on a no makeup day good for something like that. But yeah, so that's, I just squeezed out a tiny bit and I didn't use very much of that. So as a first impression, this is not, you know, making me say like, oh yeah, perfect, that's exactly what I was looking for in a color corrector or whatever. I still, as a first impression, I still feel like the hard candy one is better. So I will wear this, of course, for the rest of the day and update my thoughts in the description or in the comments or wherever I get to first. But as of right now, if you're looking for something like this, I would say this is not this, well, I don't know. If you put a concealer over top of it, you'd get more coverage. I don't think this is like the most amazing thing that I've ever tried. It's got some hyaluronic acid in it and caffeine and color correcting pigments. It also has, it says it instantly illuminates under eyes with microfine pearls. That may be true. It does look a little light reflecty compared to my other eye. But I usually don't like that because I don't, even though that's supposed to be brightening, all it does for me when that happens is it just emphasizes all my creases and wrinkles and my bag right there, and that's what I don't want. So for me, that's not the greatest idea. If you're really young and don't have any of that, it might work okay for you, but that's not the best idea for me. So anyway, as of right now, I would still prefer the hard candy one. I'll give this its fair shot and use it and give it the best ability that I can to help it succeed. But in the end, I'll just put in the description like if it was worth it to me or not. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up, like, subscribe, ding my bell, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.